Fire is on. Racing RPM. Rotor RPM check. Collected. 199. Gauges 1, 2, 3 or green, enter center, carpets out of yellow, engine RPM green, no warning lights at more than half fuel.
Okay, so we know our first leg already the best throttle, but if you would not know, you could now already think about, okay, first heading 250, must be somewhere in this direction, and I'm gonna fly there for 4 minutes, so you could already think about it, but now we already know it's the best throttle. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Gonna pick up.
Slide back, yeah, good job. After.
Tower, copter 3 Mike Lima at Atlantic, requesting a east Wardlow departure via taxiway Juliet with Whiskey.
Wait a second. We just did a radio call over there.
Right.
Copter 3 Mike Lima, Long Beach Tower, traffic over 26 left, upwind is a Diamond Star. Taxiway Juliet via Atlantic, clear for takeoff, east Wardlow departure is approved. Falcon site, taxiway Juliet, approved, 3 Mike Lima.
Okay, they're gonna take off here now. Oh, actually, we can do the call because they're gonna stay inside, so we're gonna stay left.
Got 1 Lima, extend downwind.
Yeah, rest all over, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Long Beach Tower, Lane 970, Charlie Foxtrot, holding short of 26 right for left of the river departure. 970, Charlie Foxtrot, Long Beach Tower, traffic down, runway 26 right, line up and wait. 26 right, line up and wait, 0 Charlie Foxtrot.
Long Beach Tower helicopter 75320 Sierra at Maverick, request West Wardlow departure with information Whiskey.
Error 75320 Long Beach Tower, departure from Maverick at your own risk.
Departure from Maverick at my own risk, helicopter 320.
That's a good call. Is outside, a little left pedal, little right cycle. Yes, and we're more forward.
0 Charlie Foxtrot, left at the river's approved, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
That was a nice nose down attitude.
Number 71 Lima, runway 26 right, clear for the option, turn base.
Not raise too much, what's your power?
Right with the option, still on it.
Right.
Can turn a little shallower, I don't need to do a steep turn.
Okay.
320 traffic west of runway 3, so the helicopter will be eastbound.
Number 320, hold south of the tower for traffic.
Traffic inside, hold south of the tower, helicopter 320.
Yes, perfect call. It took pretty long to take off. Probably it's only going to be one turn, one circle. So make sure you stop climbing, 60 knots is perfect. That's a very good position to hold. Now we are descending a little.
Helicopter 32 Sierra, cross midfield at 500, West Wardlow departure is approved.
West Wardlow departure approved, helicopter 320.
Nice.
77 Juliet, extend down, traffic will be holding position.
Slowly go to 17 knots.
Juliet, extend down, traffic will be holding position.
77 Juliet, will expand.
is over there, east Fort Low.
Echo 3 Mike Lima.
A little slower collective.
On runway 26
Just a
left
little bit.
900. Inside, Echo 3 Mike Lima. Thank you.
Okay, then we are on our way.
Plumage Tower, Cessna 152 Whiskey Alpha, hold runway 26 right, Alpha release.
Whiskey Alpha Long Beach Tower, right stand by.
Let's go to 80 knots, your planned airspeed.
Okay.
And then we're gonna start the timer.
Check, so count departure, 0 Charlie Foxtrot.
So we're gonna need 4 minutes
Roger, 3 Mike Lima.
according to your plan. Okay, so when we do long flights, or actually also when we do short flights, we can do that. If you fly forward cycling all the time, you also need a little right cycling. So it's sometimes your arm is gonna hurt. That's why we have the trim here. This one releases the pressure, so then it's much easier for you to hold the cyclic. So you can pull this one up with your left hand.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, now we just keep that. That's really nice for cross countries. Let's don't get too high.
Okay.
Just when we land, we have to make sure it's off again. I mean, if you forget it and you still land, you can still hover like that. It just feels a little different. So it might be a little harder to hover.
Okay.
So that's why when we do a landing check, we also always check the trims then. So when we are getting to Corona, we check that.
Just want to zero grams, Copy total yellow. General appears to green, no warning lights. Up it's up.
So you can fly in between those two roads, a little left. Nice, 80 knots, 500 looks good.
320, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, helicopter 320.
Okay, you're flying about 80. Ground speed is 72. Pretty much what you calculated.
71 Lima's upwind, turning crosswind 26 right. If we can get it a short approach, enable.
71 Lima, roger, it's on request.
How about 7 Juliet, long landing, parking S7.
477 Juliet, long landing here.
Good job, start to climb, don't raise too much. If you have trouble climbing, you might have to go a little slower to 70s, especially when you want to climb a lot. Maybe then for a minute you fly only 70 or 60, climb to your altitude and then go back to 80. Because with 80 you need very high power.
Whiskey Alpha Long Beach Tower, SoCal advises it's going to be about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, copy that, 2 Whiskey Alpha.
Then you can try to think ahead.
Gonna change frequency to...
Number 71
That's a
Lima.
good idea, yeah, but you can already monitor Corona. Make sure you don't get too high for now.
Traffic 805 Alpha Zulu from the downwind, runway 25, compass traffic.
Bye.
Okay, what radio call would you do for Compton later?
Counter traffic helicopter 320, 3 miles south, inbound for midfield cross, heading eastbound, Compton.
Yeah, or northeast, because first north, right? But yeah, that sounds like a good call. Maybe also altitude 700.
Right.
Okay. So we have 3 minutes 10 seconds. Checkpoint is inside, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we were actually a little faster.
Right. Clear. Clear.
Compass traffic 805 Alpha Zulu, turning base, runway 25, compass traffic.
Yeah, so now we could do pilotage or dead reckoning. You don't really need dead reckoning now, because dead reckoning would be just like the heading at a certain amount of time, right?
Right.
But you already know you know to just follow this trail, so pilotage is fine. And the altitude is still the same, we already changed the frequency. So we are ahead of the
Compass
aircraft.
traffic 8050 Alpha Zulu, turning final, runway 25, compass traffic.
Compton traffic helicopter 320, 3 miles south, inbound for midfield cross at 700, heading northeast, Compton.
5 Alpha Zulu is final, 25 left, we have the swing in front of us in sight.
then we have a lot of time now to look out for traffic, hear the radio calls to make sure we know where they are.
Okay.
In case somebody would be on downwind or so and we getting close, we could do a circle for separation. But usually they fly higher than we are. That's why we stay at 700 here.
Roger, 5 Lima Bravo exiting the runway 9 Foxtrot. Contact traffic.
Okay, our ground speed is actually a little lower than expected. Yeah, because you planned for 1 o'clock, right? Wind changed a little, I think. What was the wind?
Contact traffic, swing 9065, Lima Bravo, clear
170.
left, contact.
It's a little different here, huh? Because now we should actually have a tailwind with 170, right?
Right.
So it seems like we do not have a tailwind.
Traffic, flank 337 Juliet Kilo, 8 miles to the northeast. Coming in. Down 45 for runway 1A, follow traffic.
Should I call the entering downwind or?
No, just 1 mile south, inbound for midfield crossing.
Alright. Compton traffic, helicopter 320, 1 mile south, inbound for midfield cross at 700, heading northeast, Compton.
Nice, because now they know you're just flying midfield and then you go, right? If you tell them entering the pattern or entering downwind, then you're entering the pattern, so they think you're gonna land. Okay, so one guy is taxiing back and the other guy is also taxiing back, so at the moment both guys on the radio are both on the ground.
Right.
Over the traffic,
780 knots, very nice.
Let's go traffic.
Okay, what's your next checkpoint?
Little park
Okay, can you see it already?
right in front of,
Yes, that's it. And that's pretty close, so we would already think about the next one.
right. I'm gonna turn right at the park, head to the,
Which park is it? This one or this one?
the left one.
No, it's that one actually.
Oh, but the
Did you plan
checkpoint was
Okay. Yeah, okay, so that one?
yeah, this one.
Okay, because that's gonna be... Yeah, it's okay. We just don't want to go more to the... You can fly over there. Did you see this one or this one?
This one.
Oh, this one?
Right.
Okay, yeah. We just want to make sure we don't fly too much north. We still have about 2 miles, because then that is the Bravo. But if you turn here, it's perfect. Okay, but...
70.
070, okay. 070 looks perfect. And what's your altitude?
Now we need to climb to 2000.
Okay, then let's get a little slower, otherwise it's gonna take forever.
Right.
Compton traffic, swing 9065, Lima Bravo is taking runway 25 left for left closed traffic with a short delay. Compton.
Then you could maybe do another call, 2 miles northwest.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320, 2 miles northwest, heading eastbound, Compton.
Yeah, maybe 1000, climbing to 2000 or so.
Gonna prep the frequency.
So if you want to go in between, no, that was okay, go back to 0. And now you have to pull a little, and then, yes, that's it. That's 025. You can just not see the last number. Okay, you see your next intersection? Our checkpoint?
Yep, over the traffic,
It's this one. Okay, so don't get confused here with the small one, it's a big highway. And then the next one is going to be important, probably, because it's a longer leg.
Right.
Oh no, the next one is a 105 circle.
Right.
Okay, here we like to do a last call, so you can say over 105 710 at 1300, heading east, last call.
Okay. Compton traffic, helicopter 320 over 105 710, heading eastbound, last call, Compton.
Okay, watch your power. Maybe let's go only to 23. Because now we are a little higher, so we cannot use that much power anymore, right? Because the higher we get, the less we can use, and also the temperature gets lower, so we can also use less. So 23 is okay. Then maybe...
LABs.
Yeah, let's do the same call here.
LABs in traffic, helicopter 320 over 105.710, heading eastbound at 2000. LABs.
Yeah, nice. Not climbing to 2000, but yeah, you're gonna be in 2000 soon, that's okay. Don't get too fast. Really nice climb, good job. It's a little cold up here. Also visibility is not that good. Like maybe 8 miles, 9 miles. Okay, then the next leg is going to be a longer one, right? Yes. So there you have to make sure you be precise on your airspeed, heading. Don't forget the timer.
Okay.
Because now you cannot do pilot edge, right? There's nothing to follow.
Right. 050, 7 minutes, 80 knots.
Okay, sounds good. 80 knots looks perfect. Altitude looks perfect. You have a little time, so you can do maybe another gauge check.
Gauge 120 and the centers, 5 bits out of yellow, and general green on right.
Yeah. So in a cross country there is a lot of times there is like not a lot to do, the workload is low, you just fly a heading for a time. Then always when you have the capability you can just do gauge checks, maybe a radio call. Yeah. So with elevation we can do a lot of radio calls, we can use these checkpoints that are on the chart, maybe I think the next one is Paramount Freeway, then you can maybe say 5 miles south west of Paramount Freeway when we are closer. So you can just use anything to do radio calls later.
Okay.
But for now it looks pretty good. Focus on navigation first now. So here you can do another radio call maybe.
Okay. LABs in traffic, helicopter 320 over 105.605, heading to Panoma Freeway at 2000 LABs in.
Nice. Yeah, that's good, heading to Panoma Freeway. Or you could also say heading northeast, but that's both perfect. Okay. Yep.
050, heading on.
050 looks good. Don't forget the timer, yeah. Perfect. There is one guy next to us. A little bit lower than we are. High is over there. Little aircraft. But no factor. Okay. Focus on the airspeed again, sorry for the distraction. 050. So in general when you fly heading, maybe a little right, it's not very comfortable and efficient to fly always according to the compass. So you go to 050 and once you have 050 you look outside, choose a point right in front of you and then you fly straight to this position.
Oh.
And sometimes you double check if the heading is still good, okay?
Okay.
So that's going to be much easier than always looking at the compass because we want to focus on looking outside as much as we can to keep our 80 knots altitude, to look out for traffic. Maybe you can lower correct just a little bit to go back to 2000. Heading looks perfect. Choose your reference point and just fly straight to your reference point. So if you want we can also try a little bit GPS. Do you already know a little bit how it works?
Just a little bit.
Okay, yeah, so if you click direct to,
Right.
then, so we click direct to, then we come to this one. I already put in KAJO. So you could just, you know how to change the levers?
Yeah, bigger using the knob.
Yes, so with the small one you use the lever, and with the big one you can go to the next lever. And then when you put it in, you just click enter, then okay, and now it tells us it would be, if you want to fly direct, right, that would be direct too. Right. It would be a bearing of 084, so it would be a little right. So we know Corona is over there, but we still fly over route. And we have a ground speed of 81. And the distance is 22 miles. So that's actually also really nice for radio calls, because then when you come up Corona you can say, hey, 22 miles south, that would be pretty far away, but when we are closer we can say 4 miles south or southwest. So it's just a good aid, you don't need it, but also if you are lost, you could just put in Corona or Long Beach and then
TV7 is over downtown LA, 1,800 station.
So this line here, the black one, this would indicate the direct cars to Corona. So we would have to turn right now, but we don't do that, but this would be how you use it, right?
Right.
And if you want to center the line again, so then you just click direct to, enter again, and then it's centered. Okay, 3 minutes in, about halfway there. And at Panorama Freeway, you want to look for an intersection and a building.
Right.
Oh yeah, okay. But it's a building that's with like a crossroad.
Yeah, big shopping mall.
Oh, okay. Yes, good job starting to descend a little bit.
Also see the golf club.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. Did you look that up on Google Maps?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
TV7 is maneuvering to south of LA City Hall, 1,500 descending. Still? No.
This road looks also easy to find, right?
Right.
2080, we have more than halfway there.
Yeah, Burbank Tower is, I believe, now closed.
Sounds like you expected airspeed at 72, 82. We are a little faster, so we might get there a little earlier. Maybe only 6 minutes or 6.5. If you have your checkpoint inside, you can let me know. And you still have time to think ahead. If you find it, what is your next action you want to do? Where do you want to turn? What altitude? Do you have to change the frequency? Okay, so we have some power lines here.
Yep.
So now we are high enough.
TV7 is coming up
general power lines.
past 1,200.
If you are closer, a little lower, you always want to overfly the poles, because the poles is easy to see. The power lines are sometimes almost invisible, right? But now we are more than high enough, so it's no problem. But in general, power lines we overfly the poles. Okay, only 1 to 2 minutes left, so we can get close now. So we're looking for a big highway and a building.
Maybe I said just the front right side of the.
Okay. Maybe that's
a big parking lot. It's a rectangular shape.
Okay. That might be it. So where do you fly when you arrive there?
We turn right.
You turn right, okay. Heading
080.
080, okay.
Very lifting off of industry. Sure,
The next one is going to be an intersection, right?
Right.
So probably you can just follow the highway. Okay, is that it?
Yep.
You sure?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Nice, good job. That was actually the perfect heading. You flew really a straight line exactly. That was actually perfect. It's really good job. If you would not find it, maybe you have too much left heading, you could still find the highway and follow it a little bit.
Going 1.1. 9, are you still parked by
Look at that, it's almost perfect, huh? At 7 minutes we're going to be exactly there. Really good calculations.
Thank you. Now we turn 080.
Yep.
I think I already perfection.
Okay, only 5 miles away. Okay, could be. There is going to be a street from the south, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, if you see it, that's nice. Maybe you can remember the time. It was 7 minutes plus 3.5, so about 10.5. So you can either reset it or you just add it up, whatever you prefer. Nice. I've never been here.
Really?
Yeah. I only flew over these mountains once. Somewhere I was here somewhere, but it was night, so I'm not sure. But it's nice that you show me some new areas here. Still 2,000 feet, yes. 3.5 minutes, okay. Maybe you can do another radio call. So what do you think? How much east of Panoma Freeway are we?
Probably.
So we flew about 1.5 minutes.
2 miles?
Yeah, 2 miles is it's exactly 2 miles actually.
Oh.
So you can, maybe it's just say 2 miles east of Panoma Highway.
LA Basin traffic, helicopter 320, 2 mile east of Panama Highway. At 2000, heading southeast, LA Basin.
Yeah, east. Oh, actually, on the chart it's called Panoma Freeway, right? But, okay. You think that's your destination here?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay. Then make sure you know where you go next.
Gonna go 160.
Okay.
You're at 2100. I'm gonna keep it that way because the mountain is kinda high.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now turn to the right. Zero.
Yes, I will. You see that as soon as you roll out, it changes a little, right?
Right.
That's this, can you remember when we did the compass lesson? That's
Yeah.
a turning error, so you just have to adjust a little. So that's totally normal. Okay, 160 looks really good. Maybe remember the timer or reset the timer.
10 minutes, so should take 4 minutes more.
Okay.
Then we would take water treatment plant.
Yeah, so it was almost 11 minutes, so maybe 14:30 or something. Yeah. Okay, seems like these mountains are pretty high,
Yeah.
but maybe, yeah.
Sorry, repeat, perfect close.
Maybe we should go to
the tower's closed off.
300.
Yeah, to guide to make sure. So then you already know for next time, okay, this leg you might have to go a little higher.
Yeah, I'm just calling on CTAP at 7.
If you just climb a little bit, it's okay. If you want to climb faster, you could reduce the airspeed, but at the moment, it's okay.
Hey guys, 5, are you guys going into the Burbank area on CTAP?
Confirm. This guy is on the radio. Most of the time that's the sheriff. They speak a lot on these frequencies. Yeah, our power line 2500 is I think a good idea, then we have a good clearance. I mean, in general, the higher we get, the safer, right? So we have more time to react in case of an engine failure or anything.
Maybe that's water treatment right in front of us.
Maybe, yeah. We have 2 minutes in, so another 2 minutes. That makes sense, yeah, could be it. Let's make sure when we get closer.
Okay. Gonna start to descend a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely water treatment.
Yes, you're right. Good job. Maybe another gauge check if you have time.
Okay, and the gates on your green, if the starboard side of yellow, and the roof is green warning light.
Yeah.
And more than a few. After passing water treatment, we're going to turn 110. And we should see the highway intersection.
Yeah. Maybe you can also think about the radio call you could do here.
Okay. So, he heading to Sana. How it is. Oh. LA Basin traffic, helicopter 32 Sierra over water treatment plants at 2,000 feet, heading southeast LA Basin.
Perfect. Okay, 14 minutes, really good.
Now 110.
Nice, done. Okay, then you can maybe go back to 2000, that's good. Whenever you change the altitude, like you already did earlier, you call it out, that's always nice, especially for your check ride. If you get an altitude and you change it, and you don't tell the DP, he thinks, oh, you're off your altitude. But you told me earlier, hey, I'm gonna descend now. But now I think we are high enough, so you can go back to 2000.
Okay.
Okay, then we are heading to Santa Ana Canyon for another, how many minutes?
4 minutes.
Okay, what else could you prefer? What do you think is a good idea now?
Prepare the AWAS.
Yes, because we are getting pretty close to Corona already, right? Only one more checkpoint.
132, 175.
Okay, a little forward cycling.
2, 175.
Okay, nice. So you just did a radio call, so I think you can already change it.
Okay.
Remarks, density altitude 2,200. Corona Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 2316 Zulu. Wind 29er 0 at 11. Peak gusts 17. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 16 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 77. Remarks. Density altitude 2,200. Corona Municipal Airport.
122.7.
Okay, did you get the altimeter settings?
Down departure east out of the freeway 91, climb to 1,800, left coast.
No? did you just click the button, huh?
Yep.
Wait a sec. I'm not sure if that always works with frequencies we don't use a lot.
One, two. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 16 Celsius. Altimeter 2977. Remarks. Density altitude 2,200.
Nice. Good, you have your checkpoint inside?
Yep, this one.
Yes, so that Dino Canyon is this whole area, and the one on the chart is actually this intersection, yes. Did you get the wind, Corona?
290
At?
9?
At 1-1?
At 1-1.
And gust? 1-9 or so, yeah. So pretty windy. So which runway would you use with that heading?
25.
Yes, 25 is a good idea. And then we can already hear some guys on the radio, so let's check what they are using. And over Santana Canyon, if you can already think about the radio call, because the navigation is now easy, right? You said you just follow the road.
Now 25 left close pattern, Corona.
25, did you hear that?
Yes.
So maybe you can tell them inbound for landing or inbound for 25 or...
Corona traffic.
Corona traffic, yes. So it's just like
traffic,
just like Corona traffic.
6 miles west.
Yeah, or you say over Santana Canyon. That's the easiest way. Santana Canyon, yeah.
Santana. Corona traffic, helicopter 320 over Santana Canyon. Inbound for landing at runway 25.
Corona.
Yeah, Corona.
Nice. Yeah, Santa Ana Canyon. Okay, yeah, for now you can maybe descend a little bit, so we can slowly go to pattern altitude.
Okay.
Or actually, let's stay like this. There are some more power lines. After that, we can go down a little. Do you know which direction of the, or which side of the street the airport is?
Left side?
Yes, left side. You see that white background with the letters?
Yeah, I see it.
That's the Prado Dam. It's also on the chart. That's a really nice checkpoint because it's on the chart and it's easy to find. And it's very close to Corona. It's called Prado Dam. So that's a really nice checkpoint to do a position report. So we can say over Prado Dam.
Prado Dam.
Yes, entering a left downwind for runway 25. Okay, now we can listen up for calls. Yeah. You see these train tracks below us?
Yeah.
The train tracks are actually really nice in Corona. If we follow just the train tracks now, that brings you perfectly on your downwind.
Oh.
Nice, good job descending a little bit, that's good. We go down to 1000. And you can look for the airport, and when you see it, you can let me know.
I see it, left side. Right.
Yeah, yes, just on the right side of the trees.
Forest.
Exactly. That's good catch. Okay, one guy is on base.
Okay.
Runway 25, is it this direction or this direction?
This direction.
Yes, so base must be on the upper side, right?
This one is the
This area is the Prado Dam.
Prado Dam.
So maybe you can tell them over Prado Dam, entering a left downwind.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 over Prado Dam, entering left downwind, Corona.
Left downwind 25, runway 25. Okay, let's get down a little more and you can just follow the train tracks. And then we are actually already almost in downwind.
Okay.
So whenever you're in downwind, you can do your checks.
I'm gonna go 70. And 1000.
Sometimes it's busy here as well. If it's busy, we can just maybe do a circle over Prado Dam to enter if we get close. this guy.
Just 120. The center, carbs are yellow, and the road is going to
Wrap it up, yes. And one more thing we have to do. Keep down, nice. Good catch. The distance to Corona 1 mile, so over there. This guy is just landed on the runway.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a little lower. So our pattern altitude, so the altitude is, the elevation is 530, so we can also fly at 1050 or so. A little higher is okay. When we have the whole runway available, we still want to have a target. So let's land on the number 25, okay? You see it? Yeah. Yeah, let's keep 70. Just before we turn base, we go to 60. Let's keep 70, a little more airspeed. Okay, this guy went around. He didn't do a radio call, but he is going around.
Now?
Yeah, when you think it's enough space, then you can do it 60 knots. Then you can tell them 60, not 50, a little more. Then you can tell them left base.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320, left base, for runway 25, right? 25, Corona.
Nice. So the base can be a little bit like this, because we don't want to overfly these houses. So you can then fly a little bit along this area. Yeah, let's fly in this direction, and when you think it's a good time, you turn final.
Okay.
But let's fly a little more here. The little descent is good, maybe you can already evaluate your altitude. The moment it looks pretty good. Don't descend too much.
Right.
This guy is on crosswind over there.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 on the final for runway 25, Corona.
Nice.
A bit soft.
Expect it to be a little bumpy, it's a little windy.
Corona traffic, 74 Delta Tango is downwind 25, Ron.
So when you get up and high because of the wind, just don't over control.
Okay, which way?
Yeah, it feels pretty slow actually, huh? Because of the strong headwind. So keep a little airspeed. These guys are here in downwind.
Yep.
Pretty slow approach because of the strong headwind. So maybe next time we keep a little more airspeed. Lower collective a little. Nice. It's pretty windy, so we don't want to let it.
Traffic,
It's not a good idea to do radio calls. There is the windsock. This guy is already on base, so let's take off.
Okay.
Then you can tell them on the go, runway 25 for left close traffic. Whenever you're ready. But first focus on flying. Little left pedal. You maybe let them know on the go.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 on the go, on runway 25 right for left close traffic.
Just runway 25, there is no right and left.
Right.
And I know you're used to it because of Corona. Yeah, keep the 60. And the field elevation is 530, so we want to 300 feet HL before we turn, so 830.
Clear.
That's pretty good performance with that headwind.
Corona traffic, 74 Delta Tango is on final 25, Ron.
Okay, we are on final. We have to fly a little bit in this direction, otherwise the wind is going to push you.
Okay.
With the right pedal and maybe right cyclic. Then you just intercept the train tracks. You can tell them left crosswind.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 on left crosswind, Corona.
Pretty windy here.
Right.
Yeah, in the afternoon Corona often gets pretty windy because of the Santa Ana Canyon. Okay, altitude is good, don't get too high.
Okay.
70 knots.
Indicate on the base, just head up, so yellow, into the
runway now.
Right.
So we should have enough time. Gauge check already done, good job. We just keep the downwind call. You can, when you turn base, you can just tell them turning base.
Okay.
Or they are going around again, or touch and go, not go around.
Corona traffic, helicopter 3 to Sierra, turning left base for runway 25, Corona.
Yeah, so here a lot of airplanes are just doing touch and goes, right?
Right.
Usually at every airport they do that, except for comp, they are not allowed to do it in comp. Okay, don't descend too much. Actually, you can keep descending. This time you did it a little much shorter, right? Which is okay, you still have more than enough time.
Echo traffic, 74 Delta Tango is on the left crosswind 25, coming.
Left crosswind.
Corona traffic, helicopter 3 to Sierra on final for runway 25, Corona.
It's kind of hard to get down with this headwind, huh? A little lower. Lower and lower. Yes, good correction. Nice, beautiful. Very nice angle. Don't raise too much, just get to a low hover. Nice, good job. Could be a little smoother in the end. Okay, let's go downwind. Yeah, usually we could also check behind us, but wind is pretty strong, so we don't do that. But we have a little time for a gauge check.
Any gauge 1 to Sierra, carpets are yellow and no warning lights.
Yeah, then you can do a radio call, turn a little left. Oh, let's first do the radio call, because now we are not in a hurry. Just taking off, runway 25 for left close traffic.
Corona traffic, helicopter 3 to Sierra, taking off on runway 25 for left close traffic, Corona.
Perfect. So only if you feel like, hey, this guy is getting close, then you just do an on-the-go call.
Okay.
But in general, when you have the time, we can just do it like we just did it. Nice, that's a good nose down attitude. Look at the end of the runway, a little left pedal, a little left cyclic. Yes. Nice. Up. Yeah, so it feels much slower than it shows, right? Because of the strong headwind. But if you have indicated 40, you can already climb. But if you use a little more, it's also fine. They have a better performance. Nice, it's a pretty good climb.
Right, clear. Clear. Corona traffic, helicopter 3 to Sierra on left crosswind for runway 25, Corona.
Yes, good job. Always first 70 knots and then lower collective. Okay. Where is the guy? Oh, final.
Carpets are yellow and you're okay.
So with the downwind, we don't have that much time because the wind is pushing us. We have the ground speed of almost 90. Good job doing it fast, but keep the 70, keep the collective a little higher. Carpets up.
Corona traffic, wing Alpha Mike, inbound for runway 25, full stop, 6 miles to the southwest. We'll make the 45 for the downwind. Corona traffic.
Okay, so they are coming from Santana Canyon.
Traffic, 74 Delta Tango, indicated.
Okay, let's this time aim for the second intersection, okay?
Okay.
So not the numbers, the next intersection.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 on left base for runway 25, Corona.
Let's fly a little more over here until you intercept it nicely. A little early that turn. Yeah, okay.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 on the final for runway 25, Corona.
Okay, too low. This time we can say a little higher because we go for the intersection. You see the white lights? These are, these are the VASI lights, right? So it shows us now we are too high, but for us it's okay because that's for airplanes. They approach much lower. This is what they use to make a nice approach angle.
Corona traffic, 4 miles.
Okay, let's stay over the center line.
Or southeast, southwest, inbound full stop, 25, Corona traffic.
It's a little slow, so let's keep the airspeed. Then you land right next to the intersection. Don't raise too much. Nice. Okay, then let's go get some fuel.
Okay.
So, careful,
Traffic entry
head turn, because you're gonna have a crossing.
From the shopping center for a left downwind for runway 25, full stop, ground traffic.
And you can just fly straight over there. And once the whole helicopter is behind this boundary line between runway and taxiway, you can say 320 is clear of runway 25. You can do that.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320 clear of runway 25, Corona.
Okay, so this is the fuel station, and this one over there is also a part of it. And that's much safer for us to land, because there is not this roof. But last time this pump was not working, so let's land here.
Okay.
Okay, I would say we use number 1, and we just fly a little to the front, and then make sure we have a nice headwind for the set down.
Okay.
So let's get a little closer. A little more over here. Okay, and then you can turn to the right, left is clear. Usually we will go much closer, but here this roof is dangerous and I know the hose is pretty long, so I would say we land over there. So let's get them out to the front.
Car traffic, making base for runway 25, car traffic.
Yeah, that's a good position you can set down here.
Corona traffic, 734 Delta Tango on the upwind, 25, Corona.
A little outside. Nice. Yeah, well, let's shut down. Why is this timer working now? It was not working yesterday.
Corona traffic, 734 Delta Tango, making a left cross on 25.
And today in the morning. Careful, RPM is pretty high. Almost at the governor, yeah. Nice, good flight so far. Really good job on keeping airspeed and altitude. That was really nice. You were never too slow. Usually students fly almost around with 60, but you always kept us 80 knots. It was a really good job on that one. And also very precise navigation. Especially I think the hardest leg was the one to Panoma freeway, and you hit it spot on. That was actually right in front of us. So that was really a straight line. That was actually really good. So really good calculation here, and also good execution. So it was just one straight line exactly. That's not even a turn. That's you couldn't do it better. That was really good.
Mike, clear, runway 25, taxi back to the fuel.
Yeah, good job so far. Also airspeed, altitudes, radio calls were nice. I did help you a little bit with, hey, think about the next thing, but right after 2 or 3 legs I stopped that, and then you did it yourself. My next leg is that, so you come to St. Anna Canyon, you thought about the next step, so already very independent, so really good for your first class country. That's actually excellent. Okay, tomorrow solo. So let's first check if you find the way back. Yeah, pretty windy here. In the afternoon it often gets windy here. So that's why when you fly solo here, we're probably gonna send you a little earlier. It's not too windy, but it's still gonna be a little windy. So if it's not windy, you could still, like in Compton, if you don't hear somebody behind you, you check if really nobody is there, then do your gauge check, do the call. If it's too windy, you don't do that, you just do the call and take off, or you listen to the radio. Maybe also if somebody's on final, he's gonna tell you, hey helicopter, I'm on final or so, then you just go.
Okay.
But yeah, if it's not windy, you turn around, do the check. If you hear somebody, hey, on final or on base, you just take off and say on the go. Because when you do a long cross country then to French Valley, you still have to do a touch and go here and then continue.
Lake Matthews, Sunday 2,800, 3 minutes, switching over to Lake Matthews 1235.